Hello, welcome back. I don't know why you're here, and God knows I don't know why I'm here, beyond the fact that a long time ago two people had a very, very, very irresponsible night, and I'm paying for it for the rest of my life. As we know. So, I've got a couple of soul builds. Two that are actually in progress, because I want to show a little comparison of things. But, just for some funsies. Now, I know we recognize this boyo down here, because I have done a video with Kisei before, but I came up with another one for him that I think is actually pretty viable. Though they are kind of similar, so I'll admit. But we'll share. Alright? Let's start out with Grandpa Ebisu up here, shall we? Now, we love our grandpa. We do. I think you can all agree with me that going up against him can sometimes be a real pain in the ass. Especially in area bosses when you're trying to unlock those ultra boss levels. He can be a real pain in the ass. But we love him. He's a great healer all around and a lot of fun. Now, I love playing with that healing. So both of these versions, they're both grade 5. They are both fully skilled up, as you can see. I mean, look at this. This is good. This is good. This is what we like to see. Because you want to take advantage of that. This first one, of course, is purely about getting up his HP a little bit extra, and maybe making it so he can occasionally give a little smack with the fan, just a little slap. Love tap. But it's also about his speed going through the roof, as much as it can. Grandpa got a little bit of a turbo attached on him. So you can see this Jizo, because of the ability here, 100% chance of creating a shield when taking a crit, with the 30% chance of shielding allies. People see your healers, they want to take that out. I should know, I do that. We all do. It's how we go, because if you're not taking out that white mage, everything goes to shit. This at least gives him a better chance of shielding himself and everybody else, because crits are gonna happen. It's a given. But again, here, his focus is, of course, you can also give him a little bit of crit, because that can help with something. If he does actually slap something, he's doing something. So he has a little bit of crit, a little bit extra crit damage, but mostly this is focused on his HP, his defense, and giving him a healthy chunk of speed, because it really helps to have your healers be able to move a little bit quicker. Now, there are some people who think that having a healer that moves at a more normal pace is good, and yes, that can be a very viable strategy. I'm just more of the type who likes my combat medics to move quick. But if you want to go the other route, you're totally cool with it. And of course, Holy Flame is here because, one, it seemed like it would go well with Jizo, and two, I literally had these that weren't going to really be doing much else, and they do work. I mean, he's got some more defense, he's got more health. Basically, you're keeping a healer on the field so he can do his job, which is keep you alive. And we want Grandpa to keep us alive. Yes? Good. Moving on. The second build here, this is a little more evil fun. Now, you can see this again has a focus on some defense and speed here, and giving him a little bit extra of attack. This also adds some extra attack, more health, less defense, and more speed. And of course, you notice we got to have some effect resistance on either option, because you don't want your healers getting knocked stupid. Right. Again, grade 5. He's fully skilled, as we saw before. Mirror Lady. I actually love this soul, only because it has screwed me plenty of times. Like I take a blazing Tama into most things, and if I'm up against and he's set to go for first turn, if it just so happens one of those has a mirror lady on it I'm going against, it reflects almost all that damage back and wipes out Tama. So mirror lady is not to be with. I mean this as nicely as I can. This is a good soul, and we underrate it horribly. So because he's, again, healing, you want to keep him alive, Mirror Lady, so he's actually flinging attacks on him back. Because I'm hoping to have that Tama instant where somebody throws a huge party wipe out, and then I'm just firing it right back at him, like, nope, Mirror Force, bye-bye. So again, a lot more HP here, because you really do want him holding out for a while. A little more defense. This glorious little speedy Jizo soul, because, again, Jizo is an HP soul, and it felt like a good idea. Plus, I like speed. I just realized how that sounded, and yeah. Okay, moving on. For all intents and purposes, no. So, again, we have, that. Now, which one of these do I like better? You'll find out at the end, but they are both a lot of fun, and really, there's not many ways you can go wrong with just giving some heavy-handed HP souls to Ebisu. His job is to keep everybody alive. Don't matter how he's doing it. Now, we move on to our Crab Princess. I don't actually remember if I've had her in a previous video, but we've got her now, so moving on. Grade 5, fully skilled up. Look at this. Oh yeah. Now, the fact she can daze herself can sometimes be kind of a butt, but I found a little bit of a workaround. With her, she's built for more attack, a little bit more crit damage, effect resistance, because she's already going to daze herself. You don't need anything else hurting her. Come on. We don't need anything else affecting our little crab princess. So, because she can daze herself after her attack, that's why I have Soul Taker. Soul Taker will actually trigger that 20% chance of getting an extra turn, even after there's a chance it will happen after you use a skill that requires you spending orbs. I've seen it happen plenty of times with Orochi and a few others I have Soul Taker equipped on, so yes, it will work with that too. If anything, because the days only last one turn, you have this on, it triggers after she knocks herself stupid. She shakes it right off and like, okay, let's go back to party. I mean, yeah, you don't get to do anything that turn because she heals from the days, but still. Can you go wrong? I don't think so. So again, this is more attack orientated here. And the Soul Taker is just so she can have a few extra attacks, because if she gets dazed, she can recover quicker. If she doesn't get dazed, she gets to hit something a second time. I mean, yeah, there's a high chance she'll daze herself again, but I mean, it's the risk you take with her. And of course, for crit boosting with Samson, because why not? It's a very good crit soul. And I had these with some extra attack laying around and figured, what the heck not. Now, moving on to the new one I'm working on with her is the Spring Crab. As you can see, even though I have changed the skin visible on her, so I remember what I'm going to put on her later, I love that we can do that now. She is unevolved. She's not fully skilled up. She's got one more to go, and then she gets an evolution, and we get a real comparison of these side-by-sides. But this is how an unevolved grade 4, mostly skilled up, will look with a Shadow Soul set up on her. And yes, I went to town more with crit and crit damage, because why not? Point. This Shadow of Kopir we have as some attack. Defense, because even if she's going to get knocked stupid, she needs to be able to hold up to an attack. Shush, Odokuru. More HP over here. This beautiful, beautiful shadow crit damage soul. Because why not? If you're running the risk of her dazing herself, why shouldn't she be aiming for crits, crit damage for the multiplier, and knocking somebody stupid? Come on. And of course, one of the souls I do love, aside from Ghostly Songstress as a boss soul, is Odokuro. Which, of course, we know how we get this. So this one, of course, this right here is so lovely. To how you can increase your damage you do and everything. It's beautiful. I love it. And of course, both these also include an extra crit boost on top of being attack boosters. Will she still daze herself? Yes. Will she not really be able to act another turn after she dazes herself? Yes. Will she basically smack a bitch? Yes. In all honesty, you have two different sets. This one is more of an attack orientation at the moment. This is more focused on the crit and crit damage. Both. Both is good. We'll see what, I'll let you know my final thoughts though, of course, at the end. Now, we move on to Kisei. As mentioned previously, I'm pretty sure I had him in a previous video. I had this version, Autumn Kisei, using his maple skin, because, yes. Again, as a refresher, he's grade 5. He is fully skilled up here, as you can see. He does have an effect, so I do try to keep some effect hit on him. Not a lot, but I do. And he is built, this one is built for crit. Crit, a little extra speed. Basically, I'm trying to take advantage of him pretty much being able to just not do all of his attacks. So we have Seductress here because Seductress is one of the most versatile souls we have next to Shadow and Scarlet. I think those are actually 3 of the most versatile souls in the game. There's very little you can't do with them. In this case, Seductress works very nicely on him for giving him a lot more crit and some attack. And of course, like I said, he does have an effect, so I do try to keep a little effect hit on, just a little sprinkle. But the focus is on him being able to just drop rocks on people's head like... There's a Looney Tunes reference right there about dropping rocks and anvils on people's heads, and unfortunately it slipped away from me. Please make that comment below if you can think of that a Looney Tunes joke for Kisei involving rocks and anvils. Please. He's basically like a walking Acme Anvil factory, isn't he? But yeah. And of course we have this Shadow up here with its attack boost. Gotta stop that. And this one here is for speed because, like I said, he's doing his attacks. He's getting the crit damage. He's also trying to get multiple attacks. Because, I mean, why not? And take advantage. You literally can make your vulnerabilities and everything. Why not? Now, the second version I have is the Winter Kisei. It's literally just using his base skin. Because we kind of need him to get some more skins. But, you know, I'd probably switch it to his evolved skin when I evolve him. Much like with the second Kanihime I'm working on, he's unevolved because he is not fully skilled yet. Once he gets these last 2, it's on, like Donkey Kong. For him, I thought I'd do an experiment with making him with, just for some funsies, with Hyosube. I don't use this near as often as I should, because it's actually pretty useful. So I thought, you know what, why not try it on him, just for shits and giggles. And so far, this actually is pretty effective. I like this. It's focused on, of course, again, speed. I want speed on these guys. It's the same reason why I would try to have, like, speed on a shooting. You can make a Gatling gun. That's fun. God, that sounds terrible, but okay. But in this, it's to take advantage of the effects, the attack booster, a little more HP because I want him alive, and of course more attack. And to boost his crit and crit damage, I had this beautiful Finicusu set, and I'm mispronouncing that, so Fire Chicken. Let's go with that. I'm calling it Fire Chicken now. This Fire Chicken set with this beautiful crit damage booster on it, a double dose of it. No attack on there, but still. And then this one down here, because if you're going to go with crit, why not send crit damage up as high as you can get it? Because why? Now, this is actually pretty effective for a starter set. I mean, it's a little hard to get Hyusebi, I'll admit, but this is actually kind of fun. Even though he's only grade 4, it's been fun. I can't wait to see how it goes. So, let's move on to the final thoughts. We'll start here with Grandpa. I actually love Mirror Lady on him. It's the one I would recommend the most because of the ability to reflect attacks back. So, but at the same time, I also love Jizo on him. Jizo is one soul I really love, as proven by my love for my Zashiki Earth. That was a great soul build combination. So you could really go either way depending on your style. Do you want a Ebisu who can do some double duty with his providing a shield? Or do you want one that could actually be a sneak attack all its own, where it can reflect 100, where it can basically wipe out Tama with its own attack? So it's really up to you. I mostly recommend Mirror Lady, but Jizo is pretty good too. So, but you can experiment with anything. I mean, we all know, even an area boss, Holy Flame has proven kind of interesting on him. I think I'm actually going to build a Holy Flame Ebisu at some point, just for the hell of it. That'll probably be interesting. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think try that. Test that theory. Now, for Kanihime, what to say? In all honesty, I would recommend Soul Taker the most because of its ability to get the second turn and the higher chance it has of getting you out of the dazed state. I would recommend Soul Taker the most for her. It's also one of the easier souls to get a hold of. I mean, it will work. It works very nicely, at least in my book, and I would recommend it most because, again, her daze is one thing you risk with her. So having the chance that she might just snap herself out of it because of getting that second turn from Soul Taker, why wouldn't you? Not to say that Shadow isn't effective too. I just like Soul Taker a little more, but Shadow's fun. For Kisei, what can I say about him? Seductress is a very good to put him on to start. If you decide you want to try something else later, that's fine. He really does do well with a crit and doing being an attack orienter. Hyusebi has been fun to have on him, let me say. Maybe not the best, but it's been a fun experiment, and I personally have really enjoyed it. But that'd be my final thoughts on these 6. So, on that note, I'm going to knock off from here. Please do the holy trifecta of YouTube down below, the like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. And heck, if you want to drop me a message on Onmyoji, even if you're just going to tell me to shut up, feel free. I mean, you're literally seeing what my screen name is on here, so. I'll catch you next time, alright? See ya.